I'm curious about the feedback. You mentioned receiving emails and everything. I'm sure that wine is and the wine collecting is more than just a collection of bottles for your users, for your father. Have there been any like special stories that you had from users of inventory connecting with their collections, or some interesting?
Yeah, I mean, here's one that's more on the morbid side or more on the like depressing side of things. I hope that this is okay for the sake of the story, but we get actually quite a few people who have large collections and they tell us all about their divorce and that they're going through a divorce and that they need help to get their wine valued immediately because they're going through this large divorce, they're going through court and they need to split up the assets. So, I mean, we hear a lot of that. Well, two or three of those. So that's been quite interesting. I hope that that's not too morbid for the topic of the podcast, but
Actually, when you said morbid, I had an even more morbid idea. I thought that you are going to say some inheritance, or when people.
we do hear that too. Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
morbid is the wrong term considering it's more related to death, but
yeah,
more of a sad
yeah.
story.
I see. Yeah.
But yeah, people tell us all the time, like about, we'll get emails of people telling us how much they either love or don't like the product. But then the second half of the email, which will be even longer, will be just talking about wine itself or
Mm.
like talking about specific bottles that they own. Because I feel like for them, it's an outlet for them to talk about their wine collection where maybe they don't have a lot of people in their community who would understand or relate to really loving their wine collection or loving wine. So I think that in that sense, it's such a cool community because everyone's so passionate about
Yeah.
wine that if all else fails, you can always talk about wine and you can talk about your love for collecting.
That's an interesting aspect. I also noticed this 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 side of the wine industry. Every single place online is where there is wine content or forums. There are people who write so long paragraphs and they are so passionate. It's so interesting and unique. I didn't see this in any other industry. Maybe I'm not so deep into any other places, but this is really an aspect that you can see
And
that
this
wine
was something
people.
that really shocked me when I started inventory because as someone who knew nothing about wine, I questioned how big the market was because I was thinking,
Mm,
is this something that's worth putting effort towards considering I don't know how many people have wine cellars, have wine collections. I don't know anything about that market. And as we did more research and even just launched the app, I was blown away with the amount of passion behind this topic that it really flipped my entire mindset. I'm like, oh, it's not that there's something here, it's that there's something huge here. Like
mm.
it's completely untapped.
Thanks for watching this video. You can watch the full podcast episode by clicking here, or watch another interesting video by clicking here. Let's continue the discussion in the comment section and see you in the next one.